Okay, first off, hold on.
Holding.
That's better. I can't stand what that fucking chipmunk music is. Anyways, an episode of Falcon Arrow.
You don't like the Chipmunks?
No.
Christmas time is
I can't
near.
even punch you because you're physically not here. I would
still
punch you
want a
right
hula
in the liver.
liver shot.
In the liver.
Liver shot.
Another episode of Falcon Arrow.
You
Man,
hit him in the liver?
in the liver, you punish him, and then we hide the spice bottle. Thanks, Boss Rutan.
Don't you ever do this
again.
So it's coming up to award season.
They have recently done an awards.
Yes.
We're going to go through it.
Yes.
They talk about their winners, but most importantly, who is our winner?
Yes, we are the viewership of AEW Dynamite. Therefore, I think we should have a say in what we feel the
Well.
Well.
Okay, well, we could do that.
Yes, we should.
Of course, this is Friday. You're listening to this episode. This is going to take place after the actual episode going up the Friday because we're going to do the unthinkable. Dan wants to watch the Royal Rumble, but it is too cheap to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to live stream the Royal Rumble via Zoom.
Should you be saying that?
I don't care.
Okay.
And I'm just going to have the camera facing, not me for a change, facing the television. I don't know how the audio is going to be, so...
Yeah, it might work, it might not. Let's see how it goes.
I mean, I'm going to have the audio on.
We're going to comment?
Oh, we're just going to talk about it. So you got to make sure you cannot be interrupted
Yes.
during this. So you better have a conversation with the Jen.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Fuck it. Leave it.
No,
okay,
I'm not going to leave
let's go on.
So we'll talk about it. First thing, great episode if you haven't listened to it yet. On AEW Unrestricted, they had Brody Lee's wife on there.
Oh.
And they talked about his final day. So if you haven't listened to it, I suggest you do. Maybe when you're out and about working, because you have your little speaker you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Maybe you actually start listening to some podcasts around here, buddy.
Maybe.
So just before the latest, wasn't pay-per-view, I don't know, Beach Bash, whatever it was last Wednesday. Was it Beach Bash or was it this week?
That's this week coming up.
I don't know. Either way, they had their own AEW award ceremony.
Yes.
And we're going to go through them.
It's a lot of categories there.
Best moment on the mic. This one, I saw the winner and disagreed instantly.
So, the best moment on the mic, we have MJF, We Deserve Better speech.
That was classic.
You have the Cody Rhodes accepting the dog collar match. John Moxley accept the Inter Circle invitation.
Right.
We have Brandy Rhodes confronts Jade Cargill. And we have Orange Cassidy debates Chris Jericho.
So, I have to find my tab here because I grabbed the wrong one. 1 sec.
You have the wrong tab. Okay.
So, apparently, now this was open to the public. Did you vote?
No.
I voted.
You did?
And let me tell you, I did not vote for this because, now I say this with the most love and respect in the world. Cody can't talk shit. He is okay on the microphone, but the fact that he won best moment on the mic did nothing for me.
See, I have recently watched him on the Go Big Show.
Oh yeah, that's the Big
and
Show.
He's great. Like,
I'm
he's
sure
great on it.
I'm sure he's great. I just feel like out of the nominees that are there, not one I would have picked.
Okay. So, would you like me to say my winner first?
Sure.
My winner would have been Orange Cassidy and debates Chris Jericho. I think that was great, and that's the one out of everything that I see on here. I remember that one. It sticks out the most to me, which is why I picked it.
Not
as
even
my
the
winner.
MJF one.
The MJF one with him at the podium.
That was great.
With the girl, keep on smiling. I think that was great. I think they should have kept that going a little bit longer than what they did, because it was gold. But I just actually think quite highly of Orange Cassidy. I know you think it's just a gimmick thing, but
It is a gimmick thing.
But I think that feud that he had with Jericho put him up a next level, put him to the next level, and you didn't expect anything, and then boom, he comes out with that big long speech on stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
maybe it's because
fucking
like, every week he has a promo of some sort, and that's where I just kind of phase out a little bit, like when I'm talking about Cody. Orange Cassidy, I like Orange Cassidy, but I just can't get over it. MJF, he's just gold. Anytime the microphone is in his hand, you are in for a treat. You are absolutely in a treat. All right, biggest surprise. Matt Hardy's debut. Jake the Snake Roberts confronts Cody, which I actually don't remember.
Nope.
Brody Lee arrives as the Exalted One, which was also the same night that Matt Hardy arrived. Sting's AEW debut, and Miro revealed as the best man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're all unanimous on this one at the same answer.
I'm going with Sting.
Yeah, Sting had the biggest pop.
Yep.
Because there was hints about it. Because once his merchandise removed from the WWE store.
Yeah, something's happening.
Oh, but mind you, in the world of the digital age, it's hard for us to live in kayfabe when you have people who pay attention to the most ridiculous small details, like, oh, his stuff is out of the store.
Yeah.
He must be leaving. Otherwise, I would never personally sit there and go to the WWE.com roster and just F5 all day. Did anyone's information leave? Like, I have too much time in my hands, so.
Leaks.
Breakout Male Star.
Breakout Male Star.
All right, so this is going to be an argument.
No.
If it ain't him, you're out. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, and John Silver. Now, I have an argument for two people on this list who is not the winner.
Okay, I also have an argument for two people on the list who are not the winner.
It's probably the same two people.
Is it the bottom of the list?
It's at the bottom of the list.
It's the bottom of the list.
So Darby Allin gets the Breakout Male Star, which I like Darby. I've always said I like Darby. I just feel that he's not there yet. The fact he's TNT title right now is not sitting with me well. I'm just dealing because eventually Sting's going to turn his back on him and take the belt. But Silver, in my opinion, if not Kingston, should be the Breakout Star. Kingston came in piss and vinegar and gave Cody's TNT reign meaning in one match, which 6 other people couldn't do.
See, I would think the best impact that there would have been Eddie Kingston. He was the talk of AEW for when he came in for quite some time because he was just gold. Like, his mic skills are just amazing. His in-ring is great. He's a veteran.
Absolutely.
But, just not on the main, mainstream kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, but would that be a breakout star because he's been around for so long?
Well, that's the problem. And I realized the other day, you've seen him live.
I did?
Yes.
Where?
That was the Alpha One show when Joey Ryan was there.
He was at there?
Yep. I have the video and everything.
I have no idea. I had no idea.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
He was in a match with Dickinson. I knew it was with Dickinson. But anyways,
so
I can't say Silver. I want to say Silver for my own selfish reasons. I don't think Silver was there yet in 2020. I think 2021 will be his year, not 2020. COVID.
See, I like Silver just because of being elite.
Very much.
He's the best on that show.
He was the best on the show.
He's got such a personality to him.
He does. Breakout female star is going to be Sheeta, Anna Jay, Anna, Tay Conti, Big Swole, or Penelope Ford. I actually said her name right.
Not Penelope.
Penelope or Penelope. Penelope. It's a given. It's going to be Sheeta. Everyone knew it was going to be Sheeta. Honestly, Tay Conti is not a part of the equation. Big Swole's definitely not a part of the
I think Tay Conti's...
Penelope, though?
Tay Conti's in-ring, I think, is amazing. The person who sticks out in the ring to me most of everyone on that list is Big Swole.
I can't stand her.
I know you can't, but I think Big Swole just wrestles differently than anyone in the female division. But, yeah, for Breakout Star... I got to give it to, Sheeta just because Sheeta has some of the best matches that we've done.
She's
throughout the year.
had some of the best matches. She was the first 5-star match we gave when we started the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah. So, I have to give it to her just for that.
I have to give it to Sheeta as much as I feel that there's other people, but it's got to be Sheeta. The biggest beatdown. Inner Circle jumps Orange Cassidy. Dark Order attacks Nightmare Family. Nyla Rose puts Riho and Sheeta through tables. Barf. Cage sneaks attacks on Moxley. I don't even remember that. And Nightmare Family and Inner Circle brawl. The winner was the Inner Circle jumping Orange Cassidy, but I don't like that. I don't even really remember that beatdown, but I'll tell you what I do remember was when the Nightmare Family got put out by the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Because just the way how that episode of AEW ended, the entire Nightmare Family was destroyed. They were all laying it, everything, all of them. And like I remember that. Like when you're doing this voting, you're not going to go, okay, this is going to be the popular one, I'm going to go with it. You got to go with the moment that you actually remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember them jumping Orange Cassidy. It's probably because they did it so many times.
See, would you have put the Brian Cage putting Darby Allin in the bag with the tax?
Ooh.
That was a beatdown.
That was a beatdown. But
like when you say beatdown, I think of that.
But the way how it's looking to me, it feels like it was more towards like group beatdowns, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. High Flyer Award. It's between Phoenix, Mark, Queen, Nick Jackson, and Pac. I mean, it's Phoenix hands down. That guy does a tope suicide at 115 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And how he doesn't break his own goddamn neck doing it.
Yeah,
I have to agree with it. They got Phoenix, and I picked Phoenix.
Why is Jungle Boy not on that list?
I don't know. That is a good question why Jungle Boy is not on the list.
This is just kind of going from the last episode of Dynamite, the Jungle Boy versus Hardwood match.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome! Like, Jungle Boy's got to get out of Jurassic Express and do some stuff on
and
their
now
own.
they actually changed the music
With
now.
the music, it kind of shows that something's going to happen, but...
What song is that? That's like not George of the Jungle, is it?
No.
It's an actual song.
It's an actual song. I don't know the name of it, though.
Because I tried looking it up the other day.
But it has the crowd appeal with it as well. And
well, no. So I tweeted out the other day during that show, and I quote, which now we have a new follow on our Twitter page. His name is Austin Gunn.
Oh.
Oh, Austin Gunn. The reason why I watch AEW sometimes. Where is it? Hold on. Austin Gunn probably will never have a real match, but say what you want, but the Austin Gunn is the real MVP of AE Dynamite ever, every week. Dude has unlimited energy and can carry the crowd by himself. Hashtag without question. Hashtag he is the crowd. And seriously, if they had to go in full lockdown ever again and have no one there, Austin Crowd can carry it. Austin Gunn can carry it. Like the guy,
Austin Gunn carries a crowd.
he does. Like seriously,
We'll
If you're
make that a
watching-
new trend.
So he liked to retweet and follow this right away. Like it's true though. Every time you see him, he's having the he. If we were able to go,
He is us at an indie show.
absolutely.
That's
So that's what makes it so much better. Hardest moments to clean after. Instantly agreed. But we'll get there. Orange Cassidy drops orange juice on the Inner Circle. One of my favorite segments did get a 5-star rating for not even being a match. The parking lot brawl, which was also another 5-star match. We got.
that was just
The bunkhouse match, I think they ended up being a 4-star. And then finally, Big Swole dumps garbage on Britt Baker, which was a 1-star. I agree. The winner was the parking lot brawl. It was ridiculous. It was probably the best match the Best Friends are ever going to have. Good match for Santana Ortiz. But it's tough, man. It's really tough. But I have to agree with the parking lot brawl.
yeah. Same with me.
I have to.
Same with me.
The biggest what the fuck moment, which, again, I argue. Who the fuck did this voting? I want to know. Cody Rhodes' steel cage moonsault. Anyways. Sandy Guerrero, let me correct it correctly, killed by a golf cart. Kenny Omega wins AEW World Championship and walks out of AEW. I remember when CM Punk did that. Bloody Dr. Britt Baker versus Cheetah, and Young Bucks frog splashed off the stadium railing. I would have picked. I picked Sammy. I'll tell you that.
Golf cart?
Oh yeah.
You see the running of Sammy still.
Yeah.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Poor Sammy died horrifically, and he took that hit. He didn't sell it. He took that hit. So he was eating that golf cart. So whoever selected Omega really does not watch wrestling at all.
So I'm looking at the next LOL award, and I'm already pissed off.
That is like, who did this voting?
I'm already pissed off because
The greatest
one-
segment in AEW history is not even got an award.
The one that wins, like first, okay, Jericho and MJF, the dinner debonair. Britt Baker waxes Tony Schiavone.
That was funny.
Young Bucks kick MJF into a pool.
That was at
and
the
Inner Circle Vegas trip. The one that they have as the winner, the Young Bucks, is the last one I would have on the list.
That was
Like,
during
last
the rock and wrestling cruise, Jericho's rock and roll cruise.
Okay, but the dinner debonair.
The dinner debonair was by far one of the best things I have seen on TV in so long.
Close into that is the Inner Circle Vegas trip.
It was fantastic.
Like just the stare down of Wardlow and
Sexy
pickle jars.
lips and
Like
pickle jars. I don't even know, man. I don't know. The next
if
one.
I have to pick one, I'm going Jericho MJF.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I selected
Like-
that, so I don't know how the Young Bucks super kicking MJF into a pool was anything. I just remember it, but I don't remember it being that impactful that I had to go, I need to vote for this. Best Twitter follow? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know as
honestly,
well.
if I had to pick, it'd be MJF because MJF's Twitter is funny as shit in the world.
Okay.
He roasts no one's safe. No one's safe.
Bleacher Report pay-per-view moment of the year.
What is the best match, I guess I would say? The Stadium Stampede, which was the first thing you watched.
Mm-hmm.
Moxley wins the AEW Championship. Shida wins the AEW Women's Championship. Omega and Page defeat the Bucks, which was a fantastic match. Allen wins TNT title from Cody. And then the Young Bucks finally win the AEW title match. It, hands down, was the best match. Has to be the Stadium Stampede. Has to be the Stadium Stampede.
Yeah.
Fucking Hangman got to come out
That
on a
was-
goddamn horse. That's what he always wanted in this world, was to come out on a horse.
Yeah, isn't the Stadium Stampede the one where Hardy turned into the three different Hardys while in the water?
When he was getting drowned,
Yeah.
when he was being murdered.
Yeah, that.
He came out as Broken Matt Hardy, Mattitude, and then Team Extreme Matt Hardy. So he didn't come out as Big Money Matt.
Is that it, or is there more?
That's it.
That's it?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you who is the male performer of the year
Male Performer of the Year?
and who is the female performer of the year.
If I had to pick a male,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go completely to a direction you would never have chosen. Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. I have been watching this guy thanks to some people I've met in my life. Got me into PWG and Lucha Underground. Ray Phoenix is heavily underrated. The dude can go, whether it's... He's in a tag team with Pentagon, who is now on injury for a while. But I feel that a good singles run would be fantastic for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember a time that I watched a Phoenix match and went, oh... I watch Phoenix matches and I pop, and they always... Can you remember a time they gave a Phoenix match a low score?
Yeah.
You can't, because it's a fantastic match.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I gotta go with Hangman.
Hangman's pretty consistent.
The consistency, and I always seem, even if I'm not interested, I always seem to find those matches great. I just think he's so good in
His
ring.
matches are typically good. He's had a couple of stinkers, but
and
I mean...
the other one, which, well, you know what, when I was
He had a
saying that
match
with
2
it
weeks
as
ago
well,
that wasn't that great. I remember who it was, though.
as a performer, MJF is fucking lights out awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But some of his in-ring stuff is a little bit boring.
I feel the same way about Kingston sometimes. I feel like he's a heat magnet, but then sometimes, like his finishing move, like a spinning back slap. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, not what I would have picked, but I mean, that's your own personal
Yeah.
experience. I mean, MJF he's a good wrestler.
He's a good ring technician.
He's a ring technician, but he doesn't have all the tools.
Is it because we're getting used to the high spot after high spot that the
It's
high
because
flyers
Kazarian would say a spot monkey, possibly. I mean, but when you even watch like Hangman Page is not a spot monkey, but I feel that MJF he's missing a tool. I don't know which one he's missing, but he's not the complete package like some other people have been. Like Kingston can go, he can do almost anything in a ring. It's just that sometimes I feel that a lot of his matches you're like, okay, you could have picked up like when you came in on such a high with Cody, and then a little bit kind of dipping down here and there, then he goes back up and then dipping down. Like this last week's match wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Against Archer. Female?
Yes.
Is there anyone?
Yes. Hands down.
What do you say, Sheeta?
No. Dr. Britt
Oh,
Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker, absolutely. Adam Cole's girlfriend. I feel so bad in one sense because she was supposed to be a face.
She's supposed to be a face?
Yes, absolutely. She was supposed to be a face, and she got injured at All Out or All In.
Okay.
What? And she blew her knee out, and then she was on it. But the problem was is that she had the Rock issue. She was a white meat baby face, and the crowd just hated it, and so she just became a heel. She was always a face.
She's so good as a heel.
Oh yeah, and the fact that
So
she's got her
good.
own little Piper's Pit segment now that's getting over.
Yeah, and just from the finishing
Rebel.
just the finishing move of handing the glove to do the mandible claw.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. Well, it's a dentist thing, right?
And just an arrogant look. And to me, she is. If I had to pick my top performer, male or female, I'm giving it to her.
What would have been your top heel male?
Male top heel. Oh, who do you hate the most? Yeah, the obvious one would be MJF as the top heel, but I don't know if I would go there.
I feel that I would have went a different direction, and I would have went Brody Lee.
Brody Lee?
Brody Lee is fantastic as a heel. Problem with Brody Lee, lazy writing. That wasn't Brody.
Yeah.
They gave him the TNT title. He actually, people will argue this, but it's true. Close to the episode, he didn't get sick until after he was just home recovering from the dog collar match. So he wasn't sick before then. He got sick after then, and he was just having a hard time breathing. And next thing you know, he's in the hospital. The next thing you know, they're like, "Hey man, you need a lung transplant." And he's like, "What the fuck?" Like they just couldn't figure out why it happened. But anyways, I feel that he should have. When he lost to Moxley, I felt that really hurt his character.
Yeah.
Because he's the exalted one, he's the great, the evil one, the new Vince McMahon, and he gets put down. Now, mind you, it was a hard way finish, but when he went through the stage, but I still felt that kind of ruined his momentum a little bit, and it kind of knocked him down a little bit. So, out of everyone there, I think Brody Lee should get the nod, but an honorable mention will always be MJF. Just because MJF is a heat magnet, he can get heat whenever he wants. He just hasn't reached anywhere. Like his title match against Moxley was, but now he's in a great story with Jericho. So that's what I would say.
See, I gotta go with Kingston. It's because of his mic work.
What about the heel female?
Female heel, Dr. Britt Baker.
I would say Britt Baker. But then when you go dominating, technically you can get away with Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
But then Nyla Rose has had nothing but not a fair shake.
Yeah, but
she hasn't really had a rematch since she lost the title.
But then Nyla Rose has a match.
Her matches are not bad. They have moments. I feel like Nyla Rose maybe needs a little bit more time. I don't like this whole pairing up they're doing with Eddie's wife.
Yeah.
Vicky. Not caring for that at all.
Excuse
but otherwise, I think I would typically go Britt Baker, but I feel like Nyla Rose did not get a fair shake either. It's kind of like the Brody Lee thing. You give her a title run, she's squashing all these people, and then, like, first off, no one will take Riho as a real champion. She weighs as much as my morning turd.
Yeah.
Like, she's tiny and she's coming back next week. But, what about tag teams? Well, I already know your heel tag team, so do we need to talk about it?
No,
but
we don't even need to talk about it.
The face tag team, I guess the best face tag team they had in 2020 was going to be probably Hangman and Omega.
Best face tag team?
And Hangman Omega. They were unstoppable.
Yeah. I do also have to give my heel tag team also my most improved. Because if you look at the beginning of the year, Butcher and Blade versus end of the year Butcher and Blade, it seems that Blade is always good in the ring,
but he's also the fall guy.
He's the guy who gets pinned. But if you look at Butcher, at the beginning of the year, he was good for a 6-minute match.
Yeah.
And now he's good for a lot longer. He has slimmed up a ton.
Yep.
It seems that he's been working on his conditioning and whatnot. And
I noticed that the other day, actually.
He's able to keep up a lot more. He seems thicker in the chest, not as much of a gut.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day, actually, during the last one.
So he's keeping up more.
What about your face tag team?
Face tag team?
You say the Bucks?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally would pick Pentagon Phoenix, but they didn't really have much time out there this year.
Yeah.
So it'd be really stupid for me to say that. Heel tag team for me, it's tough. It's really tough. Like, I mean, it should be
Uno
Santana.
and Grayson too.
Uno and Grayson, but they didn't get much TV time either.
Didn't.
And that's why I want to say Santana Ortiz, but at the beginning of the year they had a lot, and then they kind of puttered out either. So that only really leaves FTR. FTR was the only real heel tag team that was really busy this year.
Yeah.
So that's what I will go with that. Okay, we're going to wrap this up after this. This is the last two categories.
Two categories.
Three categories.
Three.
Worst male performer of the year.
Worst male performer of the year.
I might as well end it on a spicy note.
Oh. Worst of the year.
And at least an example why. You got to be able.
Jesus.
You have to be able to say why.
Worst of the year.
They had to have wrestled on Dynamite. You
Okay.
can't say you see someone in the dark, and that's the reason why.
All right. Okay, you have to give me your second because I got to think of this one because I'll end up saying something.
Oh, and
be
one
like,
more.
No.
Sorry, 4 categories. Breakout Star of the year.
Breakout Star of the year. All right.
I already picked mine. Mine's Will Hobbs. Actually, not Will Hobbs. Five Head.
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks gonna be the breakout star. I even told Tony Schiavone when he called me that one time, like, Ricky Starks is gonna be the man.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one. That's gonna.
He's amazing in the ring. He's good on the mic. He's got that.
He's got a good look.
that arrogant look to him. He's the Dynamite Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is great as a breakout star. I'm going
Shittiest
to
male.
say.
Shittiest male.
Oh,
Shittiest
didn't we
male.
already go with breakout star in there?
Yeah, but this is the one I picked. This is the one we picked.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one. Ricky Starks was even on.
I may
Not even
also
Will Hobbs was there.
Partially go with Jungle Boy.
Ooh, you're shitting on Jungle Boy, bro?
No, as breakout star.
Okay.
I think he is so good in the ring. He just needs to get away from that whole dinosaur thing.
Well, that's gonna lead to my male star.
So, you're going Luchasaurus.
I'm gonna shit on Luchasaurus.
Oh, because of slow kicks.
They've really slowed him down a lot now. He's not wrestling as much now.
Yeah, he's totally not wrestling as much.
And that's great, because I think it's just
Is he
overexposure.
injured?
When you see him week over week over week, you get the pick out. Okay, now I'm starting to see more and more why I don't think he should be a champion. And I'm also calling him the shittiest wrestler, too, because he's stopping Jungle Boy from becoming something. He may not be doing it on purpose, but for some reason, the boy and his dinosaur gimmick is killing Jungle Boy. And I just feel that if that whole... Don't get me started about the little midget guy they throw around for fun all the time. He's fantastic for being killed all the time. But I just feel that if that Luchasaurus bullshit wasn't in there no more, like, fuck, you're not a goddamn dinosaur.
Okay, worst performer of the year.
And I can't think of anything positive that he's done this year, so...
I'm still stuck on my worst performer of the year. This one is so difficult.
Really?
Yeah, to me it totally is difficult. Like that person that you just like, oh fuck,
Okay.
that cringy.
There's got to be somebody that really bothers you. You know, you're too nice. You just don't want to say someone's name and then regret it later.
I'm
You're really
trying to
dragging
think.
on the end of the show.
I am, because I need to answer this question because there's people who suck like Luther.
Luther?
Yeah.
Luther? Who the fuck's Luther?
Who's the guy who's got the target thing painted on his head?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
He sucks. And he's been on Dynamite in his match.
Once.
But
because Jericho
exactly.
gave him a match. The fucking deathmatch guy.
Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose sucks in the ring. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nyla Rose sucks in the ring.
Fair
but
enough.
there's got to be that one. Who's the one who's just like, you're... Like, everyone's decent. Even Luchasaurus.
No.
If you took off that mask and gave him
I still would shit on his in-ring
still
ability.
shit on his ability just
Oh, yeah.
because of the slow kicks?
No, it's just, I just feel like...
Don't like slow kicks, do you?
I don't.
You hate slow kick wrestling. That's why you hate Cassidy.
No, I don't hate Cassidy for that. I hate Cassidy because his gimmick's boring as fuck.
Okay.
No, but I just feel like Lucha just... when I see him doing that, I have this like really weird perverted thing of where I see Kane doing it and how stupid it would look. Because they're the same build, the same size, the same force, And he's like, I'm going to throw a kink. I'm going to throw a faint kink. Look at me, ma. And it's like, okay, I don't buy it because even me, being as out of shape as I am, I would dodge it like
Okay.
a fucking ninja.
I have my pick.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Apparently, this person is amazing for teaching and bringing people along.
Matt Stryker.
No.
Vampiro.
No.
Dean Douglas.
QT Marshall.
Oh, went to QT
Because
Marshall. I did hear he's a good trainer. I did hear that.
Don't remember anything he's done.
When he tries
Nothing.
doing the Tajiri handspring elbow, it's slow.
I don't remember any of his matches. Not one.
Well, he had that stupid angle with, what's-her-face, Blade's wife. She ran up all his credit cards and broke up with him. I don't know. It was stupid. Anyways.
Is she actually his wife?
No.
Like,
the
really?
bunny is actually the Blade's wife.
Okay.
And they're both from Canada. Well, he's from Rochester. She's from Toronto.
Yeah, I don't remember a single match that he is
He had
in.
a weird match against... I don't remember. Well, he was in that bunkhouse match with Goldust.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. All right, worst female competitor. You said Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
I can't put that on Nyla. I'm going to say Riho. And the reason why I say Riho, and everyone goes on how amazing she is, I'm going to take heat. He needs to eat a fucking steak. She needs to get some fucking weight on her. In the world of professional wrestling, I get you're not going to always have a 7-foot giant with 350 pounds like Braun Strowman. I get that. But when you're so itty-bitty, so small, what do you think of someone when you see them, they're super small? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Person small.
They're brittle.
Yeah.
You're going to break them. And when she fought Nyla Rose, there is no mathematical equation in this world where she would have won. It's not like the UFC. It's not like
David should have never beaten Goliath.
He didn't. Goliath was just drinking that day.
Good times.
But I'm just saying is that there's just no way that would ever be believable. That's like saying Hornswoggle would beat the Big Show.
Everyone loves a good story.
Everyone does like a good story, but
underdog story. Bad news bears, buddy.
Bad news bears. But the problem is there's just no believable hook on it. It just doesn't exist.
So it was like Rey Mysterio beating Big Show.
Worst tag team, and then we're done for the night.
Worst tag team. Oh, worst tag team.
Worst tag team.
Okay.
What's the one tag team that really irritated you this year?
That really irritated me. Is yours going to be Jurassic Express? Is yours going to be Jurassic Express?
I don't know yet. I'm still kind of pondering. It's there. If they're not, they will be an honorable mention.
Okay, the worst tag team of the year for me. So you always try to think of the best, so the worst never kind of really sticks out. The worst. Well,
Yeah.
Heavy Machinery's not in AEW.
No, but they're not a tag team anymore anyways.
Well, still, I was like, they're my boys, because I always root for the worst.
But the Fashion Police
Fashion
is back.
Police.
They're back.
Oh, shit. The worst.
Worst tag team.
Worst tag team. All right.
Male or female, doesn't matter.
Worst tag team has to be the Nightmare Family.
I was actually going to say the Nightmare Sisters.
The Brandy and
yes,
Bunny and Brandy?
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't even believable. And it doesn't help that Brandy can't wrestle. Sorry, Brandy. But you can't wrestle, dear. And then at least the Bunny has some ability. Just the whole dynamic of the story wasn't good.
Yeah.
And then the honorable mention is the Jurassic Express. And I don't hate women's wrestling. It's like, you know when you were growing up in the 80s and you always heard those stories about the promoters putting their kids over? It feels like that scenario right now. It's like, hey, you're married to the guy who's the promoter. Yeah. Now you're a wrestler. Good for you. I know it sounds horrible. I know it does. And I like Brandy. I think she's got amazing talents. Just wrestling ain't one of them.
There you go.
There you go. And that's it for this week. We will catch up with everyone in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we will not be doing this in Zoom anymore.
No more Zoom.
Live the